Peter has been a member of Toastmasters since 2012. He went to law school in Orlando before returning to Miami. Peter is our immediate Area 12 director. Currently, Peter is our club secretary, and he encourages people to unmute and laugh along with a humorous speech today. And the title of Peter's speech, it's difficult being tall. It's difficult being tall. Peter, the floor is yours.
It goes without saying, it sucks being tall. Tall people can't catch a break. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow members and guests, you don't know what it feels like to be me. You don't know what it feels like to be judged not by the content of your character, but by the length of your stature. It's terrible. It's unfair. And you know what? It's height discrimination. And it feels like it happens all the time. For many of us back in school, we just wanted to fit in. We just wanted to be part of the culture. But the cool kids could be so mean. I can still hear some of those evil comments. I'm in the hallway on the way to class, and I hear the cool kids go, "Hey, Quasimodo, how's the air up there?" And I'm like, you brush that one off, you continue, you go on your way. And next thing I hear a jealous student. I'm in class, and they're like, "Why are you in English class? You don't need to learn how to read. All you need to do is learn how to dunk." And I ignore that and I keep going. And later, the kids ask me, one guy looks up to me, he says, "Wow, dude, you're tall. Do you know how to play sports?" And I'm like, "Well, look, man, I get it. I get it. I'm tall, but I have a saxophone in my hands. We're in music class right now. I play music." And you know what? Tall people, we just can't get a break when it comes to fashion. One time I wore a yellow polo shirt with a blue jeans vest. And I know that's different, but I thought I was clean. And then I get to Gerald TC, and those Gerald TC students call me Big Bird. And they say, "You better never wear that outfit again." So I try to change things up. And then the next time I try a different outfit. I'm wearing a purple Jabot shirt, some baggy jeans, and they call me Barney. So let me ask you a question. How many of you have ever, you can show by the emojis below or raise your hands, how many of you have ever gone shopping and people ask you to grab that item up there on the top shelf, help them with it, as if your body is community property? Because I have. How many of you have gone on a plane, gone on a trip, and people pretend you're a flight attendant and ask you to lift their heavy ass bags up to the compartment, the overhead compartment? Because I have. How many of you enter the room and become so afraid? Because whoever designed that ceiling fan was not thinking about people like you. Because I have. And it goes without saying that when you're tall, finding love can be difficult. And because I'm tall, obviously I need some help. So my friend Shamaha, she hooks me up. She gets me to go on a date with her friend, Vivian. And she says, "Peter, you're going to love this girl. She's pretty. She's a lawyer also. And then she's also Nigerian." So I go for it. I go on the date. And Shamaha says, "And one more thing, Peter, don't mess this one up." And I figure my friend Shamaha knows what she's talking about because she's already out of the dating game and she's married and has 2 children. So I figure I'll give it a shot. And I'm living in Orlando and I go to meet Vivian at the mall. I get to the restaurant first so I can wait outside and check out Vivian as she approaches. Then the unluck of the tall person kicks in. And I see Vivian coming. And she has this roof full of hair stacked above her shoulders on her head, making her look taller. And Vivian finds me and she gives me a hug and says, "Hi, I'm Vivian." And she sits down. And I'm in complete shock. So my friend is right. Vivian is pretty. She's pretty short. I'm about 6'3" and a half. Vivian might be 4'11". And she's barely hitting 5 feet with a roof full of hair packed above her head. And for some reason, we change seats and then we go inside to the bar. And I pull out her chair and I push the chair in so Vivian can sit down. And she pushes herself up and jumps into the seat. And her legs are dangling under the cushion. I'm trying not to notice. And then the conversation was so awkward. But we finish our meals and we walk outside, we walk through the mall to try to talk some more. And I'm so embarrassed because I think people are going to believe that I'm out on a date with my daughter. And that was a terrible date for me. And I shouldn't have trusted my friend Shamaha to set me up because Shamaha is only 5 feet 2 inches herself. So for all you vertically neutral people, you're lucky. Things in the world are normal from your perspective. The world belongs to you, and I'm just living in it. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Peter. Let's see some reaction here. Maurice, let the music play before we introduce our second speaker. Hello, Toastmaster. Send some feedback to Peter if you enjoy that